Hey, good to have you here. We are wrapping up. This is video 3 of our React introduction and talking about router and components and making a switch router here. So if you haven't watched the other 2 videos, this might not make a ton of sense to you. But so maybe watch those first. We're jumping in and just fine-tuning our router here a little bit. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to fix provide an error catch here for a router issue that may come up, and also talk about how to create links from one to another so that we're really implementing the speed of React and making our app reactive. And then thirdly, getting some styles involved. So let's jump into that. And let me first show excuse me, what I'm talking about. So like right here, if we're looking at our app, if we want to go to, for example, the menu page, to reload that page, it takes a moment, and like a lot of websites are like this. You click to go to a new page and like there's this loading time. So we're gonna fix that with our links. But before we even get there, I want to show, like, if someone tries to go to an extension here of some nonsense, that a route that doesn't exist, like banana, then that's not going to maybe give us what we want. It's going to bring the user to a error page or a blank page, and we want to prevent some infrastructure to prevent that. So we're going to use something called redirect. So the idea is, within our router here, it checks to see, is this exactly a /? No. And then that checks, is it a / menu? No. Is it / about? And if it gets past this one, then we'll create something called a redirect. And it'll import it. You could kind of see it jump down right there. We want redirect imported from React Router DOM. It's provided in this destructuring brackets. And so we're going to have a redirect, and the redirect, we want to tell React where we want it to redirect to. So we'll just have it go back to the main page, the home page rather. So and this is self-closing. So if the user if someone puts in some nonsense extension, then it should redirect them back to our home page, is what this is saying, back to that /, which is the route that contains our home page. Excuse me. So let's check to see if that works. Did I save it? Let's save everything. And going to this React app now. So if I go to our / about page, it should tell me, it takes a moment, but it takes us to the all about the store crate. And if we change that to banana, for example, and try to go to banana, with any luck, it'll bring us, yes, wonderful, back to the home page. If we look up at the URL, it's not at the / of banana, it is back at the root directory. Excuse me. All right, so wonderful. Let's make our app a little bit cleaner so that they can click on links from one page to the other, from one route to the other. So looking at that home page, we'll just create a few right here, and let's get our app to the home page here in our browser. Great. And we'll do it, the way that we're going to provide links is with something called a link, capital L, L-I-N-K, and that comes to us from React Router DOM. So make sure that's imported up here. Code Sandbox auto imported it for me when I press tab to autofill that. But make sure that we're importing it there. And the link has an opener and a closer, just like an anchor or something like that. And we can make this to the about page. And you'll notice it comes up right there. Now we of course also have to tell it where the link is supposed to go. So we say to parentheses, and then we have to provide a link to from our router, and this has to be the same link as from our app.js in the router. Our route is /about. So in our home page, this is /about. We save this, boom. And now when I click this about button, notice bing, immediately jumps to that next page. Let's look at it work here too. I click on it, bing, immediate. This is just a little gaze into how incredible React is. It's so reactive. That's why it's called React. Let's make a couple links here and we'll share them with the others. So we want one that also goes to the menu, and so we'll put in menu here, and then it's good to have one that goes to the home page. And this is of course just our / save all of that, and we can even put those 3 links not just in the home page but also in our menu and about. Usually we would want to, and thinking about this in the future, we would want to refactor this maybe to be all in one header at the top of the page like so many websites, but just kind of like showing how this works here, so that yeah, and we're getting errors here, right, because link isn't defined. Remembering we need to import anything we want to use. We imported link onto the home page, but we of course want to and need to do that in the menu page as well, since we're using it in the menu page and in the about page as well. Great. Let's save all that and see if that remedies our situation. Looking at this, and we can check it out over here. Full page it. Alright, so we got these 3. Does it look pretty? It doesn't look pretty, but here it is. And if I click on these, oh my gosh, it's so incredibly fast. Look at the speed, ladies and gentlemen. You click on this, it's incredibly reactive. So, cool. I like it. I love it. Last thing I want to talk about is, so we've talked about links, we talked about the redirect, and then just a little to do about, hey, let's provide a little style here. When you're styling in React, there are tons of different ways to do it, and one of the preferred methods is really building off of this idea of components and modularization to make everything their own little package, building things in little packages. And so just like we didn't put all the pages in app, we built it into an about package, a home page package, a menu package. We don't want all of our styles in style CSS. We're going to build them in associated home page, about, and menu CSS pages. So let's just start in home page, and we will start it by making, hey, in here, let's make a new file and call this homepage.css, and this will be the style sheet for homepage. And in order to use it in homepage.js, we got to import it. So we're going to write import from here. It's just located in this file folder, so it's homepage.css, and this does need the extension. So now I have access to this. Let me go back to the home page here, and we can use this CSS just like normal CSS. So if we, for example, wanted, let's create a div around our title and subtitle, in order to make a little bit of a box around it, so we can give it a class name. Lovely. And this will be like a whole, I don't know, title container, a container for the title stuff, and we'll put in home title container. How about that? So we're really specific. And I'll grab that, boom. And in the homepage CSS, which I could even go like this, so we can take a look at these two at the same time. So we're grabbing this div that contains those, and that's the home title container. And let's give it, I don't know, like background color, I don't know, gray color, white, border 4 pixels, solid black, or something like this. So we can give it a bit of a border, radius like 5 pixels, so something like this. So now we just created this, and so this is how we style things out. We can use these style sheets, importing them. Of course, we want to create mini ones for every little component, like our homepage component. We want its own associated CSS file. There are other ways of styling things, but this is a really good method that I suggest. We can use the about. So to build this out more, of course, we would create a menu CSS file and import it in menu. Same thing with the about, and just to show that here, one more example. So if I wanted it, I would want to import from here an about.css, and we would have to create that about.css. Excuse me. And what doesn't it like? Not find in here. There it is. Just took it a moment to catch up. All right, fantastic. So this is how we would import the about CSS, making sure that we created it with the proper extension, and that's how we style out our components. Fantastic, everyone. So we covered redirects here, we covered how to do links, and we talked about how to create style sheets for each of our components. Fantastic, you got this. The best way to learn is to code. Have fun building out your own personal stores or whatever you're building. Happy coding, y'all. Later.